Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Babatunde. In today's video, we want to look at the new standalone API feature that is available in Angular. The new standalone API makes it possible to write Angular components, directives, and pipes without creating an associated NgModule. This is possible because standalone components are self-contained, self-sustained, and can directly manage their template dependencies without the need of NgModule, which makes NgModule optional. Now, at the time of creating this video, the standalone API is out of developer preview and is now stable, meaning you can build production-ready applications using the standalone API. Hee-ha! And also, you can build moduleless applications without modules, just standalone APIs all the way. Smooth. This new feature makes it easy to learn the Angular framework without the need of creating modules. You can just build your application with standalone API components because these components are self-sustained and self-contained and they directly manage their template dependencies. You can build a moduleless application as well, and you can also lazy load components. By default, NgModules are eagerly loaded. Now, when your application loads, all of the NgModules gets loaded with it, irrespective of the fact whether they're necessary or not. But with lazy loaded application, you get to load the modules that are necessary. Now, with the new standalone API, one of the options is you have the ability to lazy load a component. Now let's get into the code. Right, so right here we have our application. This is a simple application, simple web application. We have the home component here inside the app directory, inside the source directory, the app folder, and we have the home component. Right, you can see right here in the app module.ts, the home component is registered in the app.module.ts. But when we create our standalone component, it's not going to be registered here. All right, so let's do that. To create a standalone component, you do ng generate components, and we're going to call this learn using the standalone flag. Now that our standalone component has been created, let's go over to the standalone component. In our .ts file, you can see that the standalone true flag has been added to our component and also the import. So right here, you get to import your module, you get to import any third party or any module that you want to add to your application. The standalone API is self-contained and self-sustained, and they can directly manage their template dependency. So this component by itself can manage all of its dependencies. It doesn't need to be plugged into another module for it to function. It is self-sustaining. All right. One more thing we want to look at is how we can lazy load a standalone component. Okay. Before that, let's run our application. Our application is already running. Okay, this is what we have. Simple, nothing fancy. We have two routes here. We have the client documentation and the learn Angular. This is not working yet, but this is working. This is the home. So let's add our standalone API to the routing.module. So to do that, come over here to the path. So we're going to give it paths, something like learn, and then the title, learn Angular, learn standalone components, because standalone components is amazing. So to lazy load our standalone component, we're going to use the load component, and we do this. So about that, this, and then we import our component. So len slash dot, then like so. So right now our component, which is the length component, that is a standalone component, can be lazy loaded. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go to our app component.html. I'm going to call this right here. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, a way to check if this component is lazy loaded is to check out the network tab. All right, let's go to this place, close this, and your network tab. When I click on Learn Angular, you can see the Learn Angular component only gets called when it's been clicked on. All right. The future of standalone components, it looks amazing, and in this channel we'll be building a lot of applications using the standalone feature. That's it on today's episode. Catch you on the next one. Bye. You can have a moduleless application. What that simply means is you can have an application that is not dependent on modules. Not that modules are bad, but oh God.